Coming up tonight on Fox 4 News at 10, Fort Myers residents pushing back against a proposed housing development not far from Southwest Florida International. Why dozens of neighbors say they're concerned and what the promises are from the developers. The news is just minutes away. Worries about development. Why neighbors say a proposed housing project could impact traffic and even access to drinking water. New details about a 7-year-old girl hit by a car while crossing the street. How the Florida Highway Patrol says that girl is doing now. And school leaders in Lee County say the first day of school was a success. That's despite a bus driver shortage. The plans the district has in place to get students to class on time.
Live from Southwest Florida, you're watching Fox 4 News at 10.
Pushing back against development, dozens of Fort Myers neighbors say a proposed housing project is simply too much for the city to handle. Thanks for joining us. For Fox 4 News at 10, I'm Ryan Kruger. That development in question will be along the northeast corner of Daniels and Treeline Avenue, not far from RSW. Fox 4's Yvette Sanchez speaks to upset neighbors and gets answers from the developer. And we have new information tonight. A 7-year-old girl is in the hospital after being hit by a car in Fort Myers. Here's what we know right now. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, that girl was crossing Summerlin Road near the intersection with Pine Ridge when an 81-year-old driver hit her just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. The girl was taken to a local hospital in serious condition. There's no word yet if that child was coming from a local school. And the first day of school is in the books, and the Lee County Schools superintendent says the ride to class went smoothly for around 90,000 students, and that is despite a bus driver shortage. Meanwhile, Collier County is looking ahead to the next school year. That is when the district's new high school is expected to open. That will be located near Veterans Memorial Elementary and North Naples Middle Schools. The school will feature 46 learning studios, 4 science labs, a media center, and an atrium. While we know the name of the school's new principal, that's Ellen Keegan, we still don't know what the name of the actual school is going to be. The district is holding a public meeting on August 18th to go over the process of naming the school that will involve community input. The school board will then cast their votes on a new name coming up on September 12th. Turning to our other big story tonight, many supporters of former President Donald Trump are expressing outrage in the wake of the FBI search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Some of them are even threatening federal agents online. FBI Director Christopher Wray addressed those threats today, saying violence is never the answer. AP News is reporting that people familiar with the matter say the raid was part of an investigation into whether former President Trump took classified records from the White House to his Florida home. Meanwhile, as Jonathan Seri reports tonight, the former president appeared in New York today for a deposition in a separate investigation. Closer to home, a new hospital is coming to Northport. Less than a year after Memorial Healthcare opened a 100-plus bed facility in Venice, the group is now planning to build another facility right here in Southwest Florida. Let's go ahead and show you the graphics of where that hospital will be located. This was sent to Fox 4 as courtesy from the Sarasota Memorial Multimedia office. That hospital will be built on a 32-acre site in the 4900 block of Sumter Boulevard. That's near Interstate 75. Officials estimate it's going to take about 3 years to plan and begin building Sarasota Memorial Hospital Northport. The campus will offer a range of medical, surgical, and specialty care. Coming up, education leaders sounding the alarm tonight on teacher vacancies. Why they say some teachers are leaving the profession altogether.
And did you notice today a little bit of haze in the sky as well as not much rain? We've been tracking Saharan dust. What does that mean for our forecast tomorrow and how long will it last? I'll have those details coming up.
All this week, Fox 4 Morning News is going back to school. Neighborhood to neighborhood, our journalists are watching out for you. We'll jump into changes, new schools, new rules, new leaders, and we're going to help with some of the challenges. Everything from bus backups to traffic congestion and those return to class jitters. It's back to school with Fox 4 Morning News all this week.
Car accident or slip and fall? Call Rubenstein Law, 800 FL Legal. Also open on weekends.
Well, it's a brand new school year. There's a new education commissioner and a whole lot of new laws. Many of Florida's 2.9 million public school students return to class today. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders takes a look at what the changes that they can expect. All right, so day one is in the books.
Yep.
Now we got to get into day two. Got to start that routine. That means checking with the Fox 4 weather team every single night.
Absolutely, and it looks like it's going to be another dry day for recess tomorrow, so that's good news there. Gym class as well. Take a look outside. We're looking at clear skies there from our tower camera here in Cape Coral. We do expect it to remain that way pretty much the rest of the night. Let's take a look at temperatures. I'm going 77 degrees here tonight. Again, a little bit warmer because we just didn't have that rain earlier today to really cool us off pretty quick. There's no complaints on anybody's end. Hopefully it stays that way for the foreseeable future. 7-day forecast though for us, again, quiet conditions for the most part. Next couple of days they'll slowly bringing back those rain chances and afternoon showers into next week.
Tiny pieces are creating massive problems for the future of our oceans. Just ahead, the brand new technology cleaning up the mess too small for most of us to see. 11 million tons of plastic winds up in the oceans every year, according to the United Nations. And the problem is only getting worse, with ocean plastic pollution on the verge of tripling by 2040. And while large plastic debris is certainly bad, microplastics are creating massive environmental hazards for both people and animals. Marianne Rafferty has a look at the unique robotic and scientific solutions helping to save the planet from the tiny debris. Seeping into Southwest Florida's waterways. After the break, what scientists say they are finding in our own backyards and the work being done to fix the problem.
Fox 4 investigates.
Questions surrounding high-rise building laws.
2 million people live in buildings that would be impacted.
How safe are you where you live? On your way to work?
This section of the bridge, it's almost 60 years old.
Or doing the things you love?
No other state in the country comes close to Florida's distinction as the country's deadliest bicycle state.
Fox 4 investigator Ryan Kruger digs into issues that could have a real impact on you, your family, and your safety, bringing you investigations that matter. Fox 4 News.
I've lived in Southwest Florida for most of my life, and let me tell you something. I am still discovering new things about our community. That's why you should join me for Southwest Florida Live every Thursday on Fox 4 News at 10. I'm out every week discovering experiences, places, and people that will make you fall in love with Southwest Florida, whether you're new here or you've been around for a while, like me. I'm Fox 4's Shari Armstrong. This is my town. Let me show you around. At Fox 4, when you tune in the morning, we deliver breaking news, on-time traffic,
and a precision forecast you can't get from your phone.
but there's so much more.
We're the only station with you live all morning long.
As the news unfolds in real time,
We're in your community.
bringing you the stories people will be talking about and examining the issues that matter most to you.
All local, all morning. We've got you covered. Are you watching us yet? Because at Fox 4, we're watching out for you.
I'm Fox 4's Trent Eric.
I'm Katie Walls.
Are you watching us yet? Andrew Shipley.
Lauren Petrelli.
I've been tracking hurricanes on both Florida coasts for nearly 2 decades.
I earned my master's degree studying how flooding impacts you.
I'm a certified wildland firefighter.
As a trained diver, I've worked alongside scientists monitoring the quality of our water.
Put us together and you get a group of trained weather experts right in your own backyard.
Working to make sure you're ready for whatever comes our way.
Are you watching us yet?
Because at Fox 4, we're watching out for you.
Give me a reason why the Wicked Witch of the West is still single.
She's independent.
Don't miss Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 4.
Fox 4 Morning Weather with meteorologist Trent Eric.
The FDA is authorizing a new vaccination method for monkeypox in order to expand supply. Still ahead this half hour, we are breaking down how this new technique works.
Live from Southwest Florida, you're watching Fox 4 News at 10.
The beauty of Southwest Florida's waterway is something we take pride in here. But the findings of a recent study show what's in the water isn't so beautiful. In fact, it could indicate a bigger problem. One area where pollution is no longer a concern is at a boat ramp in Punta Gorda. The Coast Guard says they finished their cleanup there today. It was nearly 3 weeks ago when at least 8 boats caught fire at Riviera Marina. Since then, the Coast Guard removed about 820 gallons of oily water mixture, along with 590 pounds of other material from the marina, all in hopes of preserving the water quality. No one was hurt in the fire, but tonight there's still no word on what exactly caused it. In Collier County tonight, officials are warning people about a jury duty scam making the rounds. Now, many people report receiving phone calls saying that they missed jury duty and now need to pay a fine to the county clerk's office. If you get one of these calls, you are urged to hang up the phone. The clerk's office is reminding people never to give personal or financial information over the phone. The number of monkeypox cases continues to grow. The CDC reports the number of cases is closing in on 10,000 nationwide. Demand for the limited vaccine is growing right along with the infections. As James Picard from our partners at Newsy reports tonight, the FDA authorized health providers to take steps to expand vaccine doses. New data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that inflation may be easing. The price you pay for goods and services went up 8.5% in July. Now, that is a lot, but that is less than what economists predicted, which could indicate that inflation could be slowing down a little bit. That is compared in June, which we saw a 40-year high topping 9% in inflation. President Joe Biden touting the improving numbers today.
Seeing a stronger labor market where jobs are booming and Americans are working, and we're seeing some signs that inflation may be beginning to moderate. That's what happens when you build an economy from the bottom up and the middle out.
A key driver of inflation is gasoline prices, which have started to drop in recent weeks. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at those right now. The national average for a gallon of regular gas almost officially below that $4 mark. It's sitting at $4.01 a gallon right now. Southwest Florida, though, obviously our averages are below that. Overall, the average here in Southwest Florida, about $3.79 a gallon, with Charlotte County having the lowest average and Hendry County having the highest. But gas prices are still nearly $1 higher than last year. AAA says Fort Myers average this time last year was $2.98. Let's get back to our back-to-school coverage. As students head back to school, many are still struggling to combat the massive learning gaps that happened during the pandemic. Ted Linder has a look at how students are trying to overcome the setbacks as academic professionals share tips about how you can ensure your kids start off on the right foot. All right, kids in Southwest Florida are back home tonight. Hopefully they're in bed after a successful first day of school. Some of them might still be riding the high after the warm welcome they got when they arrived at school this morning. Fox 4 morning anchor Amy Wegman is showing us what it means to get a gentleman's welcome and how you can take part in the future. Turning to other news, Florida Power and Light is launching the nation's first ever commercial fixed-wing drone to be used outside of an FAA test site. Now, the company provided us with this video of the drone. It's called FPL Air 1. It can fly up to 1,000 miles in a single flight. It's being used for research and development, taking pictures and video of FPL infrastructure. The company's leaders say this can help crews identify potential issues before an outage happens. It can also help them restore power more efficiently after a storm. Interesting. Speaking of storm, really nothing today as far as that happened
nice.
Today.
It was well, it was hot, but
very hot. Yeah,
and you had the dust around and messed with my allergies. I don't know about you, but it'll be around tomorrow. Well, it's keeping us a little bit quieter. But take a look at the next several hours here. Just warm and humid. We didn't have those showers and storms earlier to really cool us off too quickly, and we're seeing temperatures finally getting to the 70s there by 3 in the morning. I think ultimately dropping down to about 77 degrees there. But yeah, it's a warm night for us. Humid conditions go along with that, and that 77 is going to be right around daybreak for you. So you headed off to the school bus, you're already looking at 78 degrees. So already sunny and warm out there, and continue to rise up to about 95 degrees. I don't think you'll see any showers or storms to worry about through the school day for recess or any gym classes. Should be okay there, but it is going to be warm out there. 7-day forecast though for you, again, continue to see a little bit drier weather the next 2 days, then back to that more rainy seasonal pattern as we start to get into Sunday.
Fox 4 Morning News with Chris Shaw. Weekdays from 6 to 11 a.m.
And coming up next on Fox 4 News at 11, a proposed housing development in Fort Myers has some residents up in arms. Why they say they are concerned over the 800 multifamily home project not far from RSW. And Lee County school officials say they are pleased with how the ride to school went for parents on the first day, what they are asking for parents to do amid a bus driver shortage. An outrage among former President Donald Trump's supporters after the FBI searched his Florida home, why his legal troubles aren't over.